approach, I just never responded at all.
Exactly.
And those who I rejected in a respectful manner received it as an adult man. I knew I was talking to a grown man. Right. And he was just, hey, it's nothing wrong with you shooting your shot. Everybody's going to try it. Right. You don't know until you try, because I don't post my relationship status on my Facebook page, so you won't know unless you ask me.
I mean, it's natural for a man to do that.
Right.
That's perfectly natural.
That's part of life.
Yeah, that's a part of life.
The process.
That's exactly a part of the process. That's what men do. That's how you find your wife or your girlfriend, whatever it is you're looking for. That's how they do it. However, those fools,
and there are plenty out there,
who have some obvious childhood issues or some obvious mental issues, they don't know how to process it
at all.
They don't know how to process the word no. And even if you say, well, I'm taken, or, you know, I'm married, I'm spoken for, I'm engaged, or whatever, all they hear is no. They don't hear the reasoning behind it. They just hear no, and some people simply don't take no well.
Right. And I understand there are some people that have trouble with the word no. I get that, I do. I just don't see it going this far. I don't understand how you get from no to murder. I don't get that. And it really makes me wonder if the rape and murder wasn't the goal all along. Like, you see what I'm saying? Maybe that's where it was headed all along, and you use that rejection as even more fuel to push you in the direction you were already headed. And that's how I feel about it. That was your goal already.
That makes a lot of sense, because you distracted her by catcalling her.
Constantly
you
trying to
distracted her.
Right. And her stopping to give you her number would have only been helping you with that goal that you already had in mind to rape her. And because she didn't stop and acknowledge you, it upset you, and you went through with your plan anyway. I really think that was the plan all along, honestly. Because I don't see me getting from no to murder. I don't understand.
Okay, so I can definitely see that. I see what you're saying in her situation. What about the young lady in Philly that was shot outside the bar?
This is true. Was he, well, no, I don't want to use alcohol as an excuse. I was about to say, was he intoxicated?
I don't recall reading anything
I'm
about
sure
him being
it would add to
intoxicated.
the situation, but I'm not trying to give him an excuse at all. Something is off about these situations. Right. And hopefully that's why there are only a select few cases, but like you said, I'm sure it's happening more often than what we're hearing about.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
So it's only so much the news can tell us, and they pick and choose. But I can't process this. I'm having a lot of trouble following you from no to murder. So I want to do some more research, some more reading on this.
Nothing about it makes sense at all.
Right.
Nothing about it will make sense. It's definitely a matter of mental health, I think.
I think that's a factor.
For you to be able to get to that point, like you said, so fast. I mean, that's one of those, are you off your meds type deals?
And in this type of situation, I'm willing to bet should you go back and check, this person has a history of violence, a history of anger and over-the-top reactions.
Well, the one I read about with the young lady in Fresno whose baby was hit, and this happened back in June of this year, whose baby was hit by the bullet, and that baby, as far as I know, has survived. She's been in the hospital, but I don't know if she passed on or not. But the last thing I read, she has survived.
Okay.
But she was critical. And the man who did that, I said that to say, the man who did that, they looked at his previous records, and he had done that before.
See? There's a history. There's an escalation. It didn't just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You see, you didn't just all of a sudden explode. There was a history of escalation. And I'm still not making an excuse for him, but it was there.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
But
I don't know you have that type of history if you're approaching me on the street trying to get my phone number either.
Right.
So it's a lot going on, and we need to talk to each other. We definitely need to be able to learn how to communicate with one another better, learn how to process rejection, learn how to process the things, the good and the bad that's happening in your life, and definitely learn to hold one another accountable. If we can't do that, we cannot look at each other honestly and say that we're friends or we love each other. If that's your friend or your loved one, know how to hold them accountable for the things that they're not doing properly.
And don't forget about that entitlement.
Absolutely. Address the entitlement, especially in your children, so because it's only gonna get worse. The traits that they have right now, they're gonna grow. They're gonna escalate. Those are the things they're gonna nurture, and it's still gonna be there. Address those things now. Instead of raising men and women, it's gonna have a bunch of grown boys and grown girls.
You know what I hear in my mind when I think about some of these guys who get disrespectful to women who reject their advances.
Mm-hmm.
I see in my mind that mama's boy who that mama that's raising mama's boy. In raising his mama's boy, she's overcompensating. And everything is, she's not good enough for you. Or she's not good enough for you. Or she's not good enough for you. Or she's not good enough for you.
And thus the cycle begins.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes, that can definitely be an issue. And
I see that. Now, do I think that could get you to the point of wanting to kill someone? No. But those ones that are disrespectful,
yeah,
I see that.
She is certainly putting you on the wrong track.
Yeah, I see that being a part of that little entitled track. That, you know, well, forget you then. You ain't all that. Because in his mind, his mama said, you ain't good enough for him no way.
Right. Everybody owes you something. Everybody should bow down to you. You're not good enough. You don't stand up to my superiority. So, but if that's the fact, why were you there in the first place? I mean, I'm going to keep saying that. If she was never good enough, why did you approach her in the first place?
Yep. Well, we're going to switch things up and we're going to get out of here. But before we go, I do want to say, just think about that young lady in Chicago. Ladies, again, we can't stress enough to be safe.
Absolutely.
Try to stay in pairs.
Right.
Try not to be by yourself too much at night. And if you got mace, keep that mace on you. Pocket knife. I mean, of course, we don't promote violence or anything, but we want you to protect yourself.
Right.
I keep mace. I definitely keep mace with me.
Definitely.
So,
keep something.
Yeah, I mean, I think mace can stop somebody from walking up on you. I definitely believe that. So just be safe out here, and if at all possible, try not to go anywhere by yourself at night if you can help it.
Especially at night. I mean, it's just as bad in the day, but especially at night.
Yeah. So you guys be safe out there. I mean, I guess things get worse before they get better.
Let's hope not. Well, let's hope that this is the worst.
I know.
And now we're on track to start getting better. That's what we want to aim for. Though, man, I'm telling you, the word for the day is definitely accountability.
Yeah, exactly. Before we go, though, don't forget to hit us up on Twitter. That's at Switch Lanes. I'm trying to work on that, y'all.
No, Twitter is going to be just Switch at Just Switch Lanes.
At Just Switch Lanes. Our Instagram is at Switching Lanes Podcast. And YouTube, Switching Lanes 901. That email address, switchinglanes901@gmail.com. The group.
Yeah, we have the Switching Lanes Facebook group and the like page on Facebook. And, of course, you can find our material on Spreaker.com as well.
And the like, you did say like page.
Yeah.
I got to see how many likes we got. I hadn't looked at that in a minute.
It's been a minute. I don't know if we crossed 500 yet. We need to check it, definitely. Thank you guys for that, and keep sharing and supporting. We appreciate you. We really do.
I mean, if it's a topic that you all mentioned to us and that we hadn't got to yet, trust me, we're keeping this list going. We're trying to make sure we cover some topics that you all suggest, and keep sending the topics. And if you have to send us a reminder, do that too. We don't mind at all. And keep coming. We appreciate the feedback. We got some really good feedback on last week's topic.
We love the interaction. You guys have been doing really great. We love the interaction, definitely.
Absolutely. So thank you, and thank you, and thank you again. And don't forget about the suggestion for the community. Our community.
The community spotlight,
yes.
Yeah. Definitely submit those people that you, it happens, those people that you think are doing great work in the community. They're giving back in some way. Feel free to nominate those people for our community spotlight that we do once a month. You can send us that information in any of our inboxes, or feel free to email us at switchinglanes901@gmail.com.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys. Until next time, love, Jen, and Cicero.